Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, in today's video, we got tons of Miami Heat news coming out today, and you guys are definitely going to want to stick around. Now, before we do start today's video, if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, we do upload every single day. Our goal this year is to upload for 365 days, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So, I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Continue to keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and let's get back in today's video. So, Clutch Points was predicted where the best remaining NBA free agents land. And the prediction was Precious Achua stays in the Eastern Conference and joins the Miami Heat front court, but behind Bam Adebayo. Now, I talked about this. I felt like Precious Achua is the best available and the best fit for the Miami Heat. I understand he's mainly a 4, but you could play him at the 5, especially if you don't land Nikola Vucevic. Like, what's our options? Would you rather have Jovic at the 4 than you're putting him out, like, not in the position that you want him to? And he's just not going to succeed. So adding a player like Precious, who can give you 8.6 rebounds, I definitely think this will be a solid addition. But not only that, a report also came out pretty much saying that the Miami Heat are continuing to monitor bigs with NBA experience. So they clearly know they have a backup big problem, which is a very, very good thing because if Vooch does get released and the Chicago Bulls finally do it, they probably will go after him. They'll probably be very, very aggressive. And even if they don't land him, they're going to be going after a backup big. There's a reason why we have a roster spot available, but also we do got some trade pieces. So this guys should definitely excite you. Um, we'll see what happens with this. Like I said, I wouldn't mind bringing in Precious Achua, but once again, let me know in the comment sections, what do you guys think? Also, another report came out, and I talked about this a few videos ago, but obviously more stuff came out of it. So it says the Heat weren't fully sold on the Marcus Smart as an upgrade over Terry Rozier. It said Miami explored a Rozier for Smart swap, but couldn't reach pretty much a deal. But the problem is because Miami was reluctant to move Terry Rozier for Marcus Smart was partly due to the draft capital needed to get a deal done. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is a smart idea. You should not be moving any draft capital to bring in a player like Marcus Smart. If it's a straight up, yes, you do the deal, even though they said they weren't really sold on it. And I'm going to be honest with you, if Terry Rozier is the player that he was last year, I'd rather have Marcus Smart. Terry Rozier offensively, a few years ago, obviously is better than Marcus Smart, but I do think Marcus Smart is a better fit. So obviously the deal's not done. It doesn't really matter. Marcus Smart's on the Lakers, but it is what it is. It does suck that the deal didn't get done, and the Wizards, of course, are asking for draft capital. But if it was for any other team, they're not even asking for draft capital, or they're just buying him out just like they did. And now he's on the Lakers. It's only the Miami Heat that have to deal with this stuff. It's frustrating, but whatever. And also in other news too, and I found this very, very interesting. And I'll be very, very upset with the Miami Heat if they bring him in. Drew Smith is not eligible to sign another two-way contract to an NBA rule limiting two-way years per. This is coming from Anthony Chang. He's coming off for a torn Achilles. Is he worth a standard contract? Now, there was a report that he was going to sign another two-way, but obviously there's rules. We already have our two-ways on our team. We have that one roster spot open. We desperately need the center. Do you think the Miami Heat say, you know what? We're so loyal to Drew Smith, we're bringing him back? Because personally, fine, I'll bring Drew Smith back if it was a two-way or we had other roster spots available. But if he's the last roster spot, I'm sorry, I'm moving on. I feel like the last couple years, you gave him opportunities, and it's unfortunate that he's dealing with these injuries. But you just can't keep giving people opportunities. They're getting injured. You got to move on. So Drew Smith is probably going to be off the Miami Heat. But then again, the Miami Heat, how they roll, they might bring him back. So I definitely keep an eye on this, keep you guys updated with this situation. But Drew Smith can't sign any two ways. And also, it seems like the Miami Heat are actively trying to trade Terry Rozier, and I do believe that. Since they're in the luxury tax, like to terrority. So far he has been linked to the Kings and the Wizards and the Bulls, and obviously those are going to be like trade swaps. You're not going to get nothing out of it. But if you can get one of DeRozan, Vooch, or Monk, get them just below the tax threshold, that would be huge for this Miami Heat team. Now, I've seen another Miami Heat creator made a point that we don't need Malik Monk since we got Norman Powell, but I see it as if we find a way to get Malik Monk, he could just be our sixth man. the Kings are trying to move off him. You know what I mean? They're trying to bring in Russell Westbrook, so they're going to be trying to ship off Monk and DeRozan and stuff like that. And now if we can get DeRozan for very, very cheap, I'll take him too. I'll take all three options, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. I know the offseason is very, very slow right now, but the Heat are still trying to make moves. They're actively looking for centers. They're actively trying to trade Terry Rozier. We'll see what happens, what they do with Drew Smith. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you guys did, continue to keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I'm out.